Come on.
Got it. We're recording, so anything you say can and will be used against you. I'm just kidding.
Then I'm going to be quiet the rest of the night.
We're good. We're good. All right, guys. Well, I figured the easiest way to do this, rather than just go through, I kind of want to go through each blend. I really found some pretty interesting information doing a little extra research on here. I knew some of these things about these oils, but mostly wanted to focus on the atmosphere or the vibe, or what have you, whatever words you want to use, that the blend in the diffuser will create. Because that was just kind of a cool thing that I found, especially last year when everybody was getting together for the holidays. I don't know if everybody is this year or not, but when you have a big group of people, and sometimes, family can be, it all has its own dynamic, right, for everybody. So just knowing what kind of vibe or environment you can create for everybody just by what you're running in the diffuser, I thought would just be pretty interesting information to have. So I would just wanted to focus mostly on the emotional benefits. There's a couple in here though that I could not help but stress, the health benefits of them too, because, it is what it is, right? If you're diffusing thieves, it's doing good things for your immunity and that kind of stuff too. So, so I will cover the oils, but I'm not going to repeat. A bunch of these have cinnamon in them. I'm not going to tell you about cinnamon in every single one. You've already heard it, right? So I just want to kind of keep this not short. I'm glad you guys are here. It's so nice to hang out with people, even if it is on a computer screen. So do you guys have the list? I guess the easiest way to take notes would be if you have the list of diffuser recipes, and I'll just tell you what's up with those. Cool? And you can take your notes from there. All right. And if not, everybody can watch because we are recording. All right. So the first one there is pumpkin pie. I am so over pumpkin spice. It's not even funny, but people love pumpkin spice stuff. I've just been diffusing it for a long time. It's not even Halloween yet. I know a couple of you guys are Halloweened out already. Jen, you said you were Halloweened out. You too, Melanie. So the pumpkin pie is really, it's a warm and spicy. All of these oils in here are just warm and spicy, period. That's the way you explain the way that they smell. But the whole thing itself really creates an uplifting mood for everybody. So you've got nutmeg in there, which just kind of creates a relaxing ambiance. And then clove, which is a strong spicy, right? That's probably the strongest spice in there. And that can help with emotional distress. If you're feeling melancholy, it can help lift you up. If you're feeling deeply frustrated, it can help you with patience, persistence, protection against negativity. I know there's some family members we all need that from. It can help you cut through the brain fog too. If you've got manipulative people around. I hate to sound negative about people, but you guys know how we're trying to stay happy, right? So we're keeping this on a happy level. So it can help cut through the brain fog so you can see through the BS kind of deal, right? Okay. And irritation too. Then you've got cinnamon bark, which is a spicy, uplifting scent, of course, and that aids in mental concentration, so we can focus better there. And it really just creates a warm, inviting atmosphere. So it's going to make the home smell really just inviting, right? Like everybody's welcome, and it can help balance the sense of safety and security. So everybody, just a feeling of togetherness. And then ginger in there has got that warm and spicy thing. So ginger is stimulating and warming, and that can also enhance concentration, but it can soothe and reduce feelings of stress, sadness, anxiety, lethargy, agitation, dizziness, fatigue. I like ginger in a lot of tropical diffuser blends. Now, we obviously don't have any tropical diffuser blends going on tonight, but ginger with Ylang Ylang is, ooh, it's so beachy. I love it. So just don't forget ginger. I never thought to diffuse it until I tried a tropical one, and it's a really nice one. But mostly I just see it in tropical and, pumpkin spice kind of things. All right, we ready? Any questions about those so far, guys? We move on. All right. So the next up is Campfire, and this pretty much speaks for itself. You're sitting around a campfire. You've tried this one, Lisa. It's nice.
I've got it in there right now.
Nice. So that's grounding and balancing and it can help with feelings of acceptance. So I like this one because it's got some good tree oils in there. I'm just a huge fan of the tree oils. So you've got Idaho Blue Spruce in there, which has a woodsy aroma, of course, and that's going to be grounding and balancing. So it's going to bring you some peace of mind. It's going to help open and release your emotional blocks and just bring a sense of balance and peaceful security to everybody. Then you throw on the sweet and floral scent of Ylang Ylang. And Ylang Ylang is known to expand the heart. So that's going to give you a chance to open, you're going to be open to receive love and acceptance. Every gathering needs that. So you can release negative emotions like jealousy, anger, and even low self-esteem with Ylang Ylang. And then you've got Idaho Balsam Fir, another, or grand fir is what it's called now, actually. And that's relaxing, soothing, and warming, just like most of your tree oils are. And that's going to help ground the body and empower the mind. So it's going to promote calming, balancing your emotions. It's just going to give you a good emotional balance, aligning your sacral and your heart chakras if you guys are into chakras. I think that's pretty interesting information. And then orange, you have to throw some happy in there, right? Orange is a really cool oil, you guys. Think about, I think a lot of the happy that comes from orange is totally limbic system related because it's a close connection with memory when we smell an orange. Like if you think about when you peel an orange, you just get an awesome feeling of happiness kind of thing. That's how I feel. So then adding that in there, it's going to create that positive mood and greater alertness actually too. Like I said, it's a close connection with the limbic system, just smelling the orange, but you're going to find orange a lot in these too. So I like orange with patchouli lately has been my jam. You guys have any particular thing you like to pair orange with?
I like thieves and orange. Like
Yeah, that's good too.
That's spicy and orange. And...
You know, I use Ylang Ylang with orange all the time.
Oh, that sounds good.
I do white angelica in orange, Christmas spirit in orange, and I actually have what's called vampire's breath right now, which is orange, clary sage, and patchouli, and that smells really good. I have that in one of my diffusers.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
I like orange with Valor. Melanie actually turned me onto that. It smells like peaches.
Yes. Yes. Yep.
All right.
I do that sometimes too.
Yes. I know you do love Ylang Ylang, don't you?
I love my Ylang Ylang.
It's a good one.
It came up on my skin, remember?
That's right. I'm surprised because you get plenty
Yeah,
of
I
it.
know, right? Oh, of course, right?
All right, so cinnamon rolls. This is one of the ones I actually don't have an oil in the diffuser thing for. So the cinnamon rolls is going to create a relaxing, soothing, calming kind of atmosphere for everybody. Again, you've got the cinnamon in there, right? So you're going to get that whole inviting sort of chilled thing going on. Everybody knows what citrus fresh is, right? It's like your tangerine oils, mandarin with a touch of spearmint in there. So you've got a tiny bit of mint with that. But citrus fresh is great for mental clarity and of course freshening the air. And normally we would diffuse that to either inspire or even ease stress, really, because of the orange, you know, the tangerine, the happy juice in there. So, and then cinnamon bark, we kind of already went over that. Cardamom is really new to me. Again, that's the one that I don't have. Oh, somebody's in the waiting room. Hang on, guys. Sorry. Beep. All right, come on in. Not sure who it is, but they're here. So cardamom has a warm aroma, apparently. I've never smelled it. I don't have it. But it's a sweet and spicy fragrance, so I'm super intrigued just from doing the research on it. But it's known to help really with emotional balance. Promotes a sense of a clear head, overall soothing and calming feeling. We keep going back to this calming, and I'm just loving these diffuser blends even more. More and more. Hi. And then nutmeg, back to nutmeg again. Again, nutmeg was, did we go over nutmeg?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first one. No, we didn't go over nutmeg. Did I go over nutmeg? Oh, yeah, we did.
Yeah, you said relax.
Yeah,
Yeah.
soothing and relaxing. That's right. Okay. All right. Any questions about that one, guys? Kind of speaks for itself there, doesn't it? So jump in the leaves. That sounds fun to me. Jump in the leaves is actually warming and uplifting. So So the first one in that is patchouli. And patchouli is grounding and balancing. Patchouli is actually a member of the mint family. I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but I thought that was interesting because it does not smell minty to me, but it is a part of the mint family because it is really strong smelling. So I guess that explains it. But patchouli is super relaxing. It helps ease stress and anxiety. It actually enhances concentration too. And I love our patchouli. I was kind of anti-patchouli because of the not real patchouli that I smelled like in high school and that kind of thing or whatever. It was not, but the actual essential oil is not the same at all. And then of course we've got our happy orange in there, ginger again, and the Idaho Grand Fir or Balsam Fir, whichever one you guys have stashed, whichever version you have of the oil, the same oil there. All right, then we've got Autumn Afternoon. So Christmas Spirit, has anybody not tried Christmas Spirit? Okay, good, because that is the bomb. Like my aunt diffuses that all year round because she just loves it. So that's cinnamon, orange, and Northern Lights black spruce. And it's just a really, really super good oil. So anyway, the Autumn Afternoon is going to be uplifting and energizing, which makes sense, right? Then you've got Clove, which we already kind of went over. And then Jade Lemon, actually found some pretty interesting stuff about that. It's a richer, more fragrant aroma than just regular lemon. Has everybody tried Jade Lemon?
Nope.
Not yet? It reminds me of like the candy lemon drops. It's just a really super sweet. It does not smell exactly like lemon, but it's definitely lemony, if that makes any sense.
I call it Happy Lemon.
Yeah, it is a very happy lemon.
It was out of stock for a long time. I think I bought like 4 bottles since it came back in. It's so cheap. It's one of my favorites. I love to diffuse it.
Yeah, it's really good. If it's ever back, definitely snag you 1 or 5. Highly recommend it. Melissa did that too. She's like, I got my Jade Lemon before it went out of stock. The nice thing is though, at least we've got it in the dietary and the regular. So sometimes one will go out of stock, but the other one will be in there. So yeah, but Jade Lemon is it's really invigorating. It's uplifting. It's energizing. It definitely supports clarity, like most of your citrus oils do, right? So Autumn Afternoon sounds really good. I haven't tried it yet, but I certainly want to. Rainy Night. Rainy Night is relaxing, just like it sounds. I don't know. I love a rainy night. The sound I don't know. I sleep so well when it rains, and that just makes sense to me. So it's relaxing. It's a safe feeling. It's a good calming environment that it creates. So Rainy Night has a little bit different citrus fruit that we haven't talked about yet, and that's bergamot, which is actually a type of orange. Has everybody smelled bergamot?
It's my fave.
It's a lighter orange scent, but it's known as the oil of self-acceptance, which I thought was kind of neat. So it increases a positive mood, relaxation, self-acceptance, of course, release, anxious feelings. It can lift a dark mood or soften tension. So it invokes feelings of optimism and hope, it may be good for feelings of loss or grief for that matter. I mean, you want to feel optimistic and hopeful, right? In that kind of situation, but it pairs really well with lavender for that situation too. Which brings me to Clary Sage. I did not use Clary Sage for the longest time, but on a sleep standpoint, Clary Sage almost is up there with lavender to me for calming. It's known for its calming properties. It's the lady's oil is what I just always thought of it as, but because it has estrogen mimicking properties, which has nothing to do with diffusing. But still, I just thought that was just kind of a neat thing about it. But it's good for alleviating stress because it induces a sense of well-being because it is so relaxing, and it creates a restful environment. So it makes sense for a rainy night. And then you've got the little inviting feeling of cinnamon bark and then your whole calming of lavender. So Clary Sage and lavender just go really well together. And again, the bergamot and lavender do too. So I definitely want to give that one a try. All right, next up, guys, we've got Hayride. This one is good for relaxing and focusing, but it's also full of immunity support because it's frank, lemon, and clove. And then obviously frank definitely has immunity support, lemon definitely has immunity support, and clove has immunity support. So that one's good if you've got the probably shouldn't be here and they are people at your house, you know, or you just want to cleanse the air sort of thing. So I think you guys are probably all familiar with frankincense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's I think definitely a favorite. So it's that like earthy fragrance, real potent, you know, woodsy, earthy, love it. You know, good for reducing anxiety, stimulating the immune system, and it eliminates surface and airborne bacteria. So it's ideal for this time of year. And then lemon, I think everybody's familiar with lemon, how it's cleansing and energizing. It can help you relax, get in a better mood. And then clove, we kind of already went over that too. So, you know, just helping with the all those emotions kind of deal, the negative ones that we don't want to have. Then we've got apple pie. So we're back. Apple pie is actually got some really good ones to help with a sense of connection. So if you're trying to get everybody together and feel united and connected kind of thing, apple pie is a good one for that, because you've got that inviting cinnamon bark again, the uplifting lemon, and then cedarwood. I think probably most of you are familiar with, even though it's not in the kit, but it's known as the oil of community. Actually, it's a warm, woodsy, earthy, kind of a sweeter scent as far as for the tree oils go, but it has a soothing effect on mood and beneficial for anxiety, reducing stress. It just has a really grounding aroma. It can assist in feelings of feeling emotionally connected and belonging and supported. It can help social bonds, feeling sociable, and it's kind of just a community-oriented feeling. Now, let me ask you guys this about cedarwood, because I'm convinced that my kid has wild, wild dreams when I diffuse cedarwood at night. Has anybody else experienced that or heard that? Yes? We quit diffusing it at night.
I love it.
He's got wild dreams from it. I don't know. It doesn't bother me. It's fine by me. And they're not nightmares. They're just really vivid. She's got some big stories to tell the next day. I just noticed that's the common factor there. So I don't know. I just was curious if you guys found that. But you don't have wild dreams, Melanie?
I haven't noticed any difference.
But you have, Sandy? You have personally, or you've had other people say that?
I have personally. I cannot diffuse cedarwood.
That's wild. Just sleeping?
Just for sleeping, yeah.
I know my mom does not like the smell of it.
That means she needs it, right?
She does not like the smell of it at all. I told her to try it on her feet.
I use it in my shampoo and conditioning spray, but I can't use it when I'm sleeping.
It's crazy.
I put it on my hands and my arms when I go to sleep at night. I love the smell of it.
I do
I'm
too.
using it all the time. If there's any issue, I don't use it that much, so.
I put it in my shampoo. Because it works great for my fine hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I added to her detangler for sure, but just not the diffuser at night. But we're still on a cedarwood kick on the next one, guys. Anyway, the cozy cabin. Got to have some cedarwood in there. And it's mostly cedarwood, but that's obviously creating a calming and inviting atmosphere as well. Vetiver, I super love for sleep. It is such a relaxing oil. It's very calming. And that would be good even if you've got pets that are anxious with company kind of thing, to diffuse when they're around, anxious children, you know. So it's really calming, but it can decrease mental fatigue and improve alertness. Can help people focus on a task and filter out other sensory input. So perhaps if they have issues with focusing kind of thing, Vetiver might be a good one for that. I love Vetiver for nighttime. I've been on a kick of it lately. It has a very woodsy scent to it, I would say, even more woodsy than Frank maybe. It's up there. It's up there with the woodsiness. And then Christmas spirit, of course, with your cinnamon, your orange, and your Northern Lights black spruce. All right, and then lastly, guys, we have caramel apples. Caramel apples is going to give you like an acceptance, relaxation, a freshening sort of environment in there, because you've got all the fruits going on here. So you've got bergamot, you've got stress away, and you've got lime. So stress away, obviously, we're all very familiar with. I don't care how you got started with Young Living, you got stress away. So you know that it promotes a feeling of relaxation, and that's a blend already that's got lime. Vanilla extract, which apparently is different than the vanilla that we are about to be able to order, or some of us have already ordered, or what have you. So I can't wait to smell the difference on those. I haven't yet. And then copaiba, lavender, again, the cedarwood, and ocotillo, I think is how you say that. And then lime is cooling and uplifting, of course, just like most citrus oils are, but it's freshening, it clears the mind. And another interesting thing I figured out about lime, just working with all the vitality stuff, is if you have, you know how older people are not hungry or don't want to eat or whatever, but lime can actually help you feel hungry smelling lime. So I thought that was just a neat thing to know, to try to help people that don't have much of an appetite. I don't have that problem, so I don't need it for that. But you know, it's not non-existent. Some people really do. So when my grandmother is around, I definitely want to try that. She is such a tiny lady that just wants
Yeah,
to.
I'm gonna try that around my mom, because my mom will take maybe like a bird-sized portion of food. Oh, I'm full. It's like 2 or 3 bites, and then she's done. And I'm like, my gosh, how can you even function? You know, ugh.
Well, I know, but she'll eat 3 rolls. The bread, she loves the bread.
No, not even that.
Wow.
Not even that.
Yeah, definitely give it a try. Well, guys, that's pretty much what I've got. I mean, pretty short and sweet. Does anybody have any questions or anything I can help answer? I mean,
So how are you recommending to fill them and like set them up so like to use them?
oh, well, I ran out of cotton rounds because I mailed them all out. But I've used the diffuser bombs anyway. Like, I love these things. I never used the cotton round. We just did that mostly because we figured it would be easiest for mailing purposes. But I just keep mine in a way that they're just upright anyway. So there's no chance of them really leaking. I mean, the Mylar bags that we sent out has a seal. Oh, wow, that's shiny. Has a seal at the top anyway. So, I mean, it might hold it in okay. I had some that did okay when I heat sealed them, like with the flat iron. And then I bought one of those little things to seal, but it has a little thing that cuts, and if it's too thin, so it cut the top of the thing. So it doesn't work for these. Or a chip bag. Or I don't even know what in the world I'd use it for at this point. So it was a total waste of money. But I thought I was buying it to use for these. What's up? You got something to say?
Well, I was just gonna say, okay, so when we go to do these diffuser bombs, just take the cotton round and just take and put the drops right on there, put them in the bag and ship them on out.
And seal it up.
Seal it up.
Yep, seal it up. And then when they go to use it, you won't have to worry about any kind of leaking or anything. So when they go to use it, they're just going to open the Mylar bag up. Their oils are in there. Nothing's evaporating because it's sealed up, you know, whatever. Fill it with oil and then just dump the whole thing in the diffuser.
Fill it with oil or water, Jen?
Water, I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Okay, water. Fill it with water, yes, and dump the whole thing in the diffuser. My thoughts were, if the oils were on the cotton round, they're definitely going to be in the cotton round. So, like, even if you bring it out into the diffuser. So I was thinking that the cotton round still smells good. You could certainly repurpose that.
Oh, yeah. Put it like in your car vent or in your heat vent in that around the house or something. You know, there's lots of things you could probably do.
Yeah, even in a trash can or.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the little, yeah, or whatever.
Yep.
So, yeah, basically that's it. I mean, and the reason I wanted to go over to like the feelings that these create, because I mean, you can write the name of the blend on the outside, but I'd recommend, like, especially if you're mailing these out, maybe put the actual recipe on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they could remake it.
Make like a little address label type thing in that and put it on there, what it's in there for, and maybe even put like what it does or something, you know, maybe not what each oil does, but like, oh, this is a nice calming scent, and that to help bring the family together or something, you know, just so that they kind of know what it kind of does, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think these could make really great gifts for people that we know that already have diffusers and that kind of thing, for sure.
I was thinking, Trish, the next time we do an online vendor thing, that would be something we could send out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could
That would be
probably
really
fit two
easy.
or three, two in an envelope or so in there.
Mhm.
Like that the engagement post or whatever with the ones with emotions and that kind of thing. I am not
Is
with
it
it
too late for
today.
you? Is it too late for you tonight?
This is like how I would normally blame it on Monday, but it's Thursday, so I don't even have that as an excuse today. Everything's been nutty.
It really well in a recipe box.
Oh yeah, if you have the right size, yeah.
A 4x6 recipe box.
Yeah, I could even
If
go.
you're just gonna put the oils in though, you gotta have them stand so they don't fall though.
Well, not if they're on the cotton round. It'll be
That's
okay.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
And then you could have them like with the labeled, you know,
Oh, on what each one is.
by
Mhm.
season
I'm organized.
or
Are you organized or something, Sandy?
I'm just thinking that would be really cool. Like for people who don't think diffuse, they can just flip through it and find something,
Yes.
fill it with water,
Yes.
dump it in and be done.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you out.
That's okay.
Now,
I mean, you could even. Oh, go
I've
ahead.
traveled with Trish before, and so she will bring a bunch of these so that, like, say for sleep, like when we went, you had like 4 sleep ones, so you never had to bring like some of your sleep oils that you maybe don't need otherwise, like cedarwood or whatever. You could bring these when you travel, and it can reduce the amount of oils you need to bring with you. Like I would still bring lavender and Roman chamomile because those are medicinally very beneficial for lots of other things, but maybe like cedarwood or peace and calming, you could condense the amount of oils you're taking if you took some of these pre-made packets when you travel and go places. So I thought that was kind of fun.
It is.
Like beneficial idea, especially
Well,
if
a
you're
couple of things with that for sure. Like if you're only going for a few days, you don't want to bring 25 oils for a 2-day trip or a 3-day trip. And then
Really?
two, if you're,
I thought like 50 oils was like totally
I mean, that's what we have in our everyday bags anyway, right?
I know.
But the
I
other cool thing is like this girls trip I went on, it was a bunch of girls there and they were not oilers, but you know, have diffuser will travel. Like that's the way it goes. But it was really cool to have all these. I had a lot of them at that time, and I could just say, oh, go over there and pick one out and put it in the diffuser, so they, you know, could get familiarized a little bit and normalize the using the diffuser, you know, for mood and that kind of thing. So
yeah, I just thought that was a really good tip. I mean, I could see, especially if you were going in a plane, you know what I mean? You wanted to minimize the amount of oils you were going to carry, but really doing anything, it can be super helpful. Like having fun blends, you know, if you're going to go somewhere for the holidays, your daughter, your mom, or your sister has a diffuser. Look, I brought a fun diffuser blend for us to try. Like, I think that makes it kind of convenient.
Yeah, definitely.
I dig it. I like y'all's idea of gifting them. I mean, you could even have 1 or 2 like in with a basket or something that you made that's good for like a spa day or, you know, whatever.
Yep.
That's cool. All right, sweet. Well, what else you guys got? You guys got anything fun going on in?
You know what else I just thought of? You could use these to make like room sprays, rollers, and like hand soaps.
The
You know,
Mylar bags?
no, not the Mylar bags, but the recipes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you put one in the diffuser and you love how it smells, I don't know. I guess if I was doing like an 8-ounce pump, I would probably like triple or quadruple. You know what I mean? So if there's only 4 or 5 drops, I'd probably do at least 10 or 12 drops in like foaming soap. But like if you find one and you're like, oh my God, I love this, you could make a room spray or make your hand soap with it or whatever. Yeah, so it's like you're trying it out in the diffuser, but then you can actually do more with it.
I like that idea.
Send out to people and increase their oils, because if they try it and really like it, they're going to order those oils that they don't have.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, for sure, Sandy. And if you take what Trish gave you about all the oils and did like a little, even if it's an index card, this is what it is, and this is the benefits of all of them.
Yes.
even if you guys send out 2 to every one of your customers and do that every other month for 6 months, like that could really become beneficial. And I'm assuming you could put a couple of them. When Lisa mailed me hers, it was just a stamp.
That's why I ordered 5 sets. I have 50 bags here. That's and I have 16 gifts that's going out tomorrow, so I'm going to be busy later tonight getting some done for our holiday launch group that we did.
That's
So
awesome. That's a really awesome idea. But that's an easy way to do Happy Mail and affordable.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
I love it. Well, this was informative. I appreciate it. There were oils that I used that I didn't know all the benefits of, for sure. And I had no idea.
Some of them me neither, but that's why I love doing these things. And sometimes I'm like, I have no idea about that. I'll teach it. You know, just so I have to learn it. I love that. And you know what I elected to do for this whole thing was create a Google Doc. That was my job. And here we are. We all learned so much. This was fun. I'm glad we did this.
Trish, you get your vanilla, don't be disappointed. It's not
won't.
what smell like the vanilla that's in the Stress Away.
I
Okay.
think it smells better.
I think it does smell better, but it's different. It's completely different.
I want to just lick it. Don't lick it. Don't.
I was tempted.
My mom, the first thing she said, so how many drops? I'm like, don't touch my vanilla. 2, do not eat this. It is not edible. It is not vanilla extract. And she's like, oh. I'm like, step off the vanilla. It's mine. Order your own bottle. Because it does smell. Have you guys got, oh.
I say,
I said lick it.
say.
Coming out of a room going, oh, someone else wanted to lick it? Not edible.
I was bummed when you said that.
Hilarious.
Yeah,
Thank you.
mine will be here tomorrow. I'm excited though.
It smells good.
Monday. It is so slow.
Monday.
Yeah.
Mine said Saturday, and it showed up yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
And it went to my mother-in-law's house.
Indiana,
Even
right
though I
now.
know I put my address in as a shipping address.
Yeah.
It came in like the monstrous box ever. She's like, did you buy some things? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? He teases me.
I checked my tracking and it says Indiana. I'm like, it can so be here before Monday.
Oh yeah, like mine said, I was checking it said Saturday, and then she's like, it's here. And I was like, okay, bring it over.
I'm gonna cross everything and bring.
Right.
I hope it comes sooner. I know, because when Brandon and Brenda got theirs, I was like, what the heck? Mine's like Saturday, but mine came sooner.
Well, you might have to store.
Shush. My mom's over there going, you bought half the store. It was like their biggest box. I'm going to go live too, but I'm going to do it a little different in drops because I'm going to show you guys how I'm using all of it and how I'm diluting it and making it last longer and all the things so you guys see it in action.
Melanie's excited about that one, man. She is.
Yep.
Whew, she's really good at that
I'll
stuff.
give you a peek. See, that's hand soap. I'm going to talk all about how I do it.
Well, I have a question, Jen. What are is it 3 oils in the White Nights?
No, 4.
What are they?
It is
Spruce, peppermint.
peppermint, spruce, orange, and cedarwood, I believe. Right? Am I right, Sandy?
Yeah.
And it's Northern Lights. Yes, it's
Yeah.
Northern Lights. It doesn't say it. You know me, I won't rip this open. That's bad juju to open your labels.
Okay.
I just don't like
I'm gonna put it in the diffuser and smell it because I want to smell it.
I totally did it on holiday launch day. I was like, I can't wait to smell this, and I diffused it, and it smells really, really good. But I have to tell you, this smells like, my husband was like, he was like hands down, but compared to vanilla, he was like, this smells amazing.
Yeah.
And I love the lotion. It smells so good. I was working delivering Amazon packages tonight, and I kept going, and my husband's like, what are you doing? And I said, I got the Winter Nights lotion on, and it just smells so good. And he's like, oh, I thought you were sniffing hand sanitizer again, because he put the Thieves hand sanitizer on and just inhaled. I was like, no, this is better.
Yeah, it smells super good. But yeah, I'm gonna get all my stuff done, and then I'm gonna go live and give everybody some ideas at least on what I'm doing with it. Because I'll give you the first hint, I'm not sharing any of it. I didn't buy a single thing as a gift, not one thing. I might when it comes out again, but I was like, it's all for me.
Well, that way you can have a better testimony about all of it, Jen.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. And then we put on the diffuser, and my mother-in-law and my husband were like, another diffuser? I'm like, we needed another one. What are you talking about? All right.
That hay diffuser is so cute.
So that's not the one I got. So now you know the other one that I actually got.
And I got Snowy too.
How could I not? If you guys didn't notice that about Snowy, the price is really, really good for a diffuser. It came with a whole bottle of this and a bottle of Sleepy Eyes. This was $40. This is almost $20. So I'm like, that's almost $60 in oils that we use. So once I minus that off the price, it made a lot of sense to just buy Snowy.
Plus, she's so adorable with all those little speckles all over.
Super cute. The kids are fighting over her. Because we have Feather, and I was like, you guys can each have one in your room. Well, they both want Snowy. I was like, well, I'm going to have to pick. Because, yeah, I have a lot of diffusers. But yeah, so I will live. Thank you for doing this, Trish. This was awesome.
Yeah, sure thing. Thank you guys for joining me.
So we don't have any. This was our last of the two that we had planned. A friend of mine sent me, and you guys are on, so I want your guys' feedback, because I think sometimes getting feedback is better than just jumping at, doing whatever sounds good. Oh, hold on. Of course I request apps. No, I forget. Let me get you. So she has sent me all the stuff to do something that she's offering in her group, and it is like holiday DIYs. I don't know if you guys have ever been to any of our holiday DIYs. I know they've been a really big thing for us over the years. Likely we're not going to do them this year, thanks COVID. So she's got all this stuff together, and I'm wondering, would we be interested in running this? What are we making this year? A Retreat body wash, eucalyptus mint foaming hand soap, lemon basil lotion bar, Christmas cookie sugar scrub, Christmas spirit room spray, refresh spritz or mask spray, and all is calm roller. Does that sound enticing? Does that sound interesting?
Yes.
The foaming soap that she's including is a mason jar with a black real pump, like not like the cheap plastic ones. So it's gonna look really nice. Is this something that you'd like us to try to put together?
Yes, I would like it.
Okay. I mean, up or down, maybe. I mean, even if maybe you wouldn't, would this be good for our customers? I thought since she offered me the recipes, I could, and the links, I could probably run with it. So you think maybe this is something we want to do?
Yeah,
I think they're all great. They're all easy to make too. They're not intimidating. Like nobody needs to have a double boiler and you know what I mean? Like nothing cooking and melt this and pour that and let it dry and then whip it,
Yeah, and we would offer it to where you could buy one box or multiple. So if you already know you want to give them as gifts, you can order multiple boxes. Because when I was doing my holiday make and takes, I would let people register to make 10 whatever, because then you could give them to all like teacher gifts or bus drivers, mailmen, whatever. So
that's what I was thinking.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to rope a couple people into helping, get all the things set to do this. But I was kind of curious your guys' feedback if you thought it was a good idea or not.
I think
great.
I know the library. I signed up to do a DIY video for the library, but if they actually can order, like the stuff and have the recipes, and I think they're more apt to do it.
That's what I thought. Like literally the only non-Young Living items you need is Castile soap, sugar, carrier oil, shea butter.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We might include the shea butter if I could find a way to buy a block and just cut pieces of it where you wouldn't even have to buy that. But I feel like that's a pretty simple list. And then we would do the same thing. We would come on live. We would make everything together so that you knew what you were doing.
Yep.
So I'm going to kind of run through this, but maybe by next week, by the weekend, you know, this upcoming weekend, we'll have something posted and we'll offer that for November's.
I'm gonna say it would have to be November, I would assume.
Hmm?
It would have to be in November.
Yeah, we would
Yeah.
have to get it out like by next Monday. You know what I mean? Like the very beginning of November. And then
Right.
we do the Zoom the very beginning of December. You'd have the whole month to order your stuff, and we'll do this, you know, process early if you have to. And we'll do the Zoom like the first week of December.
Yeah. With shipping, I would encourage them to process sooner.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And I will tell you guys, I'm sure that I know that D9 is going to be doing some giveaways in the library for the holiday catalog. So we're going to still do the ones we did in drops instead of first 5. It's going to be pick 5 since we've had 2 separate sets of ordering. We're still going to give away 25 prizes in drops around the holiday catalog, but D9's also going to be doing some stuff. So we're going to make sure we still have some fun, even though we had to wait a few weeks. So that should be a good idea. But I will get some of you guys to help me get this out, and then we'll get it out there by Monday. And I think this could be kind of a cool thing since we won't be doing them in person. Can at least do something.